What's up, fight fans? Chris here, Combat Loop MMA. We have a MMA veteran now going to BKFC. Jeff Lentz, what's going on, dude? How you doing?
Hey, man, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Man, it's going awesome. I love getting to talk to you, and I love bringing eyes to the sport. This is a big, growing sport, so it's an awesome time to be able to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it, my dude. What really got you into fighting and the first style of fighting that you got into?
I started in martial arts academies. My parents put me in when I was real young. I was like 5. They started me at a judo school. Went to a few different places. When I was like 12 and 13, I really found my home at a Kempo studio. That was really my first real love and introduction to like the serious side of martial arts. And from the Kempo school, I got right into MMA. I did a lot of amateur kickboxing. Back then, we did a lot of in-house tournaments and smokers, and then kind of rolled from MMA into, you know, kickboxing, boxing, and I just love it all.
Yeah, I am very much a fan of all sports. I grew up in like wrestling and taekwondo, but I am a huge fan of everything. So that transition from doing everything into bare knuckle, how's it been for you?
So my last few professional fights were all boxing. So I don't think I'm going to transfer. I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference to transfer. Going to be more cautious on not taking unnecessary shots. But I kind of feel like when I was a teenager, that some of the point fighting, full contact karate stuff, will kind of even play a factor, that like hit and not get hit kind of mentality.
It is a little bit different. So you line up super close, and the first you get to retreat, to attack, or defend. So you have kind of like 3 major things you can kind of do from the start. It's just a different kind of start to how close you start. It's weird. Look, I'm going to go back in your MMA career because this is a big one for me. People probably don't know this. You beat Jared Gordon earlier in your career. Let's talk about that, dude.
Yep, I beat Jared Gordon for a CFFC title.
That's a solid name, man. Just to be honest with you, in the MMA world, that's a solid ass name.
I mean, if you look at my record, I fought quite a few tough names. Jared Gordon, there was Bill Algeo, Julian Lane. Quite a bit of tough guys. That was probably my favorite and most reputable win. Jared Gordon was a tough guy.
Oh yeah, he's definitely tough. He's definitely tough as nails. So when you're walking in the ring, I'm trying to get to the mentality of Jeff Lentz. What is the mentality of you when you're walking to that ring?
It changes always, right? You want to kind of just be as zen as possible, right? Once I get my hands wrapped, I kind of try to let go of all my thoughts and kind of just breathe and focus on my breathing. Once I get in that ring, everything, I try not to think too much game plan, too many details. Sometimes you overthink, but I kind of try to do my best to just let go and kind of get in that flow state.
That's important, especially when you're boxing. You want to be in that flow state. I talk about training camps and like fight camps, but you are in a gym pretty much every single day. So let's talk about like the training that you've gone into it this time and the gym that you're in right now. Let's talk about that too.
So for this camp, I threw a lot more endurance in there. I'm working with a guy named Rob Fishbein, who's a good local coach, handles a lot of athletes, a lot of endurance, a lot of like explosive, little bit of strength and conditioning. Like normally for my last few fights, I kind of stick to the old school boxing mentality, tons of jump rope, some road work, bag work, shadow pads. This time we threw in 3 days of like hard endurance training, plus my boxing. Started earlier morning so I could get sleep in between, proper rest, and throwing that third training session in 3 and 4 days a week kind of really helped, I think.
Yeah, I definitely, the endurance is a huge thing from the cardio. When you're looking at your next opponent, he's tough and he's gritty, dude. What do you think you can expose when you're fighting someone like that?
Brandon Mayer, Meyer, whatever you want to call him.
Meyer, yeah, I think it's Meyer.
Tough guy, durable, he's in there. He's tough, gritty, he's durable. There's not too much else to say about him, right? He's dangerous because he has some good little tricks. He kind of plays that catch and counter game off the ropes. If you back him up too much, he'll bait you into, he's got a good little check hook. I mean, he's got some tricks. He's a little bit older, you know, so you never want to count them old salty dogs out. They always got a trick or two up their sleeve. And guys that are in the ring at that age, you know, that they have to be tough.
Yeah, I agree with you. You have to be tough, and you've got so much over the year. And this is a big one for you in BKFC. You with all of that experience in that ring, you win this. When you win this, what is the next part to your career? Are you going to keep driving, and you want to keep staying in the BKFC?
Man, I really do like that idea. I played with this thought for a long time. Me and David tried to get together a couple times and get me on the BKFC. And I really like, if I'm going to do it, I want to make a full commitment to it. So right now I've made a full commitment to my training camp, right? Get through this guy. I really want to stick with BKFC. I've done my research. I've looked through the division. There's, you know, I don't want to be too or arrogant or cocky at all, but there's some names in the division I'd like. You know, there's some other guys that I would really like to get in there and share the ring with.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to push yourself to be the best. You got to fight some of the best in the world and see where you kind of stand on that totem pole. Now, you fought in front of huge crowds, dude. What is it going to be like fighting coming into your hometown?
So I fought at the Prudential Center before, but it was early on in the card when I fought a guy named Jarrett Hurd, who was a boxing champion. I don't remember if he was the IBF champion. I fought a guy in boxing named Jarrett Hurd, who was super tough guy, held on to a belt for, you know, a bunch of fights at the Prudential Center, but it was early on the card. So there was only maybe, you know, a couple thousand people there. This will definitely be the biggest crowd I'm ever going to have ever fought in front of. And I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna be awesome. We've seen you grind out victories. We've seen you finish them. What Jeff is gonna show up to this fight?
I can't tell you that this sport is kind of a new thing for me, right? I've been in lots of fights. I've got pro boxing fights, pro kickboxing fights, MMA fights, right? I mean, I talked about my karate background a little bit. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull out whatever Jeff it takes to stop this.
Yeah, dude, I agree with you. With all that experience, man, I want to know kind of what do you think you're going to bring into this fight that normal people won't really get to bring in without all that experience?
It's hard to tell. I'm, you know, I can't even call it yet. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna pick him apart, you know, and you know how it goes. I could say I'm gonna box. I'm gonna sit on the outside. I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna counter fight. You know, I'm gonna do this and that. But the second I get touched, I can't tell you what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah, 100%. You have kind of a game plan, and everybody has a game plan until you get punched or you punch somebody, and then it always changes. Well, look, dude, I'm going to give you a little second to go through your sponsors, the people that have gotten you where you've gotten to. If you want to give any of those plugs out, go right ahead, my man.
So far, we haven't even signed up any sponsors yet. Right now, I've been so focused on training and whatnot that I didn't even get around to sponsors. They just gave me, I just got some sponsorship promotional packages ready to go. So if anybody out there is looking to sponsor me, hit me up. But I've been so focused on training that I'm kind of behind the eight ball on all the business stuff. But I've been training at my gym, Atlantic County Mixed Martial Arts down here.
I told you it's beautiful, dude. It's a beautiful gym.
Kind of just started rearranging, actually. Got a kid session going on in the background. Just in the middle of rearranging yesterday, I just kind of got a bug and we just got to it. But training here, I got my sparring's been up at Gladiator in Forked River, Gladiator Gym, good boxing gym, a lot of up and coming amateurs, good guys. They got a pro named Ghost, Tyler Van Norden. He's been, you know, super tough, good sparring for me. And we're just getting at it every day.
Awesome, man. Well, it takes a village sometimes to get your spot, man. But that's a beautiful gym, and we'll definitely put it out there and see if we can get you some sponsors. It's something I would like to help you with, and hopefully get you some cool stuff and get it going for you. Now, my favorite part was that spot for you, dude. The fans' favorite part is they want to hear me talk about the pretender versus the contender, where I come in and we have a little spar to show the fans that I'm not even close to your level. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm willing to, you know, get it in. I always work with everybody. We have guys in all levels in the gym, and all year long, I'm sparring with guys from pros to amateurs, anybody. So whenever you want.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. I appreciate you not wanting to kill me, man, because there's some of them that just like to make that statement. But a lot of them, man, as I go in as being a martial artist, it's about learning. and I'm always, always, always about learning. Well, come October 4th, man, what's your statement for the fans? I want to hear what you want for the fans, or if you're going to tell us anything about the October 4th fight.
Man, tune in. It's going to be exciting. It's a card full of great fights, and I'm looking to stop this guy.
Awesome, man. Well, we cannot wait to see you October 4th. We might be there. I'm working my way to be there, but we can't wait for it. This is going to be an exciting fight for us to watch you get the fight. Thank you so much for tuning in and coming in and talking with me, man. And I cannot wait. We might get another one in before then, but I'd definitely like to come up and shoot a promotional video for your gym, sir.
Anytime, man. You're more than welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Well, nice to meet you. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Have a good one.